So let's roll through. We'll start in Region 1, and we will start way out west. We're going to start with District 3. District 3 5A, and there's a couple of different ways you could go. You could say the Battle of Canyon, and you could go Canyon Randall against Canyon.
Sure.
Which I think would be a lot of fun. I'm going a different route, and I'm going Amarillo against Canyon Randall. So Canyon Randall, I think, is going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a big year for Canyon altogether. But Canyon Randall, I think, has got a great chance. Canyon Randall's got a great chance to make a big, deep run coming out of West Texas. They're one of the more exciting West Texas teams in the big school ranks that we've seen in quite a while. Well, here comes big ol' Amarillo.
Yeah, I mean, this is a move that you and I are both extremely intrigued about, right?
So Amarillo doesn't bring back a ton. Okay?
That is the one downside.
They bring back just one starter offensively, 5 on defense. But this is a 6A drop-down.
Yeah.
And when you talk about teams dropping down, they automatically kind of pique your interest.
Especially when they have awesome uniforms.
Well, and they're the Golden Sandstorm.
Well, yeah, great name, but those are great uniforms.
So when Canyon Randall and Amarillo hook up, that's going to be an interesting case where you've got an established 5A power. You've got an established team that is like, hey, we're going to be one of the best teams in West Texas.
Yep.
Going up against a traditional power that is dropping down and is now the big fish in the small pond, so to speak. So I think in District 3 5A, Randall and Amarillo is super intriguing to me. The next one, mosey on down to 8 5A, and very similar, except it's both this time.
Yeah.
District 8 5A has got two of the more, or you've got another big time drop down in Colleyville Heritage. Okay, Colleyville Heritage was superb last year as a 6A program. They have an outstanding coach in Joe Willis.
Yeah.
They got a big time pass catch duo in Cam Roan, the quarterback, and Kevon Ahmad, the wide receiver. Okay, their biggest district test, I think, is going to be Grapevine. Yeah. Grapevine, another team with a really good coach in Randy Jackson, and they're going to have, I think, one heck of a defense. I think this defense has a chance to be really good. They've got 15 starters coming back at Grapevine. I think Grapevine and Heritage is going to be not only a great district game, but also looking at the enrollments. Let me make sure I'm not speaking out of turn. Depending basically on what happens here or there, depending on basically if Bird, well, actually, never mind. I was going to say, I thought that maybe this would be for D1 seeding, but it looks like Grapevine's almost certainly going Division 2. So, in any case, it's going to be a great game. Two great coaches, kind of a dream coach matchup. Two guys who've been able to have success wherever they've gone. And can the Grapevine defense slow down Kevon Ahmad and that big-time passing offense for Colleyville Heritage? Moving into Region 2, okay? District 10 5A. And this one's really interesting to me. 10 5A, to begin with, is awesome. It's a lot of fun. It's the Mansfield district. You've also got Waxahachie and Lancaster in there. I think Waxahachie's a team to watch.
Yeah.
Even without Jordan Kitna, I think they've
finally coming around on
got a little bit of rebuilding to do. But I'm higher. What's weird is that they lose their most high-profile player in Jordan Kitna, and yet I think I'm higher on them in 2016 than I was in 2015.
Well, I mean, I think what's important there is when Kitna went down, all of a sudden you have all these games for new guys to get experience.
Yeah, I think that's right. But the district game that I'm really interested in here is Mansfield, Lakeridge, and Lancaster. So Lakeridge, of course, went to the title game last year. But they lose pretty much every piece that you would recognize, with the exception of Lauren Mondi at the linebacker spot.
Still got some good defensive
couple
pieces
other
coming
guys.
back.
Right. It's got some great defensive pieces, but this is a very from a returning starters perspective, they lost 47 lettermen from last year. That's a big senior class.
Yeah.
Okay, Lancaster is on the way up.
Right.
Okay, and
this team is loaded.
And don't forget that Lancaster went to the quarterfinals last year. I mean, this was a
team.
This was a team that was on the verge, and they bring back 13 starters.
Yeah.
Two great coaches as well, and Kirk Thor at Lakeridge, Chris Gilbert at Lancaster.
Yeah.
Both DCTF Live Zone.
That's right.
I'm really excited for Lancaster and Lakeridge. I think you've got a ton of athleticism out there. I think this game is going to fly all across the field. You don't want to blink for this one. So staying in Region 2, down in 15 5A. This is another case where there's a couple of different games I could go with. All right, so I could go with Highland Park and Mesquite Poteet and Wiley East and Lovejoy.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a couple of different options here. I went with Highland Park and Wiley East. To me, this is the most compelling strength-on-strength matchup. So when Highland Park has won titles, it's been basically, everyone talks so much about their offense, but their offense is what it is. It's going to be good every year.
Mm-hmm.
When they win titles and when they threaten for titles, it's because their defense is going to be really good. And I think their defense, especially in that front seven with John House at the linebacker spot, I think their defense is going to be really, really good. And so you're going up against, Eno Benjamin.
Yeah.
You're going up against one of the most dynamic runners in the state, one of the most explosive runners in the state.
Oh, which, good luck, no matter how good you are.
You've got,
ain't gonna be easy.
It's another drop. It's a drop down in Highland Park dropping down. Yeah. I think this game's going to be superb. I'm really, really excited about Wiley East and in Highland Park. Moving on to Region 3, 18-5A. Another place. Boy, which way do you go? There's a lot of really compelling rivalries here. Temple here is going to be, I think Temple will be the best team in this district. That's my personal opinion. I don't know what we predicted in the magazine. I think Temple will be the best team in this district. But I'm more interested in the Battle of College Station.
Right. This is really intriguing because this is just developing.
Yeah.
This is in its infancy as a rivalry, but it's been pretty good so
We're going
far.
College Station and A&M Consolidated. And College Station, is a squad that I think people, even if you buy early on teams like this, you would have to be surprised at the strides that College Station has made. Meanwhile, Consolidated, I mean, they are what they are. They've been the big bully, and they've been the only game in town in College Station for so long that here this rivalry is now budding. And I think that it's going to be not only is it going to be a great game, but I think that it's also going to be for Division II seeding. The way that I kind of break down the district, I think that the winner of this is going to get Division II seeding, and that could be very important considering that could mean that you could get away from like Ennis in the first round, or something like that. Yeah. So I think that College Station and A&M Consolidated, a must-see district game in 18-5A. Rolling on to 25A. There were a couple of other areas here. Notice I'm not mentioning Cedar Park. Right. I'm not mentioning Crosby. I'm not mentioning some of the big heavy hitters. I'm not even mentioning like Nederland and Port Arthur Memorial, which is going to be a great game. I'm interested in Magnolia West. Yeah. Okay, I think this could be a huge year for Magnolia. I think that both teams bring back a ton of weapons offensively. The defenses look like they're going to be making strides forward. I think Magnolia West has a chance to be one of the games of the year. I'm really excited about Magnolia West in District 20. So, then we mosey on down to Region 4, and I promise we'll wrap this up. See, this is why I had to limit it to 2 per region, right?
You got at least 3 more minutes.
So I had to limit it to 2 per region because otherwise we'd be going on forever. A lot of different options to go with in in Region 4, but I'm going to start in District 26 with Bernie Champion and Kerrville Tivy. So Tivy loses a ton from a team last year that made a playoff run and ended up going 11-1. And so if you were to track them from a returning standpoint, Bernie Champion's on the way up and Tivy's on the way down. But Tivy's tradition is going to keep them in the mix no matter what.
They always find a way.
And Champion's defense, I think, has a chance to be awesome. I think it has a chance to be really, really good. I think this is for the district title, is between Champion and Tivy. Maybe Dripping Springs figures it all out, but I think that Champion and Tivy is going to be in the mix. Although, keep an eye on Alamo Heights. It's a deep, deep district. The other one, and I think this is the game of Region 4.
This is quite a clash.
I think this is the game of Region 4. Richmond Foster, Angleton. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Go get your tickets right now. You got BJ Foster, the running back for Angleton, who was so good last year. They bring back a ton defensively as well. Right. Going up against Alex Ramart and this high-flying Foster attack. Foster's got athletes out the wazoo. Yeah. I think Foster Angleton's going to be the game of Region 4 all year long. And that's apologies to like Cal Allen and Flower Bluff.
Right.
That's apologies to like LBJ and Austin High in the Austin area. Yeah. Any game down the valley. I think that this has a chance to be the game of the region. If you're looking for a game in the valley, it'd probably be like Ed Cal Chelsea and Mercedes or something like that. Maybe Brownsville Vets gets in there. But for me, the game of Region 4, if you're going to see any game, it's got to be Angleton and Richmond Foster should be a lot of fun. Those are my must-see district games. But if I missed one, I know you'll let me know on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
DCTF. So
You're the
let
worst.
us know. I know. I really am.